But Wellington Olympic in position. You should expect them to dominate the ball.
Good boy, Lucas. Get touches in, Lucas. Look at Josh. Come on, get touches. Good boy, Lucas.
So Wainuiomata took this goal kick. Let's to go along. Olympic win the first header though. Under pressure, back to the keeper, who claims. As you expect, Olympic looking comfortable in position. Skipping forward, plenty of space in front. Into the box. The strike is saved. And the second attempt, they complete the clearance. And they get the opportunity to drive forward themselves. Doesn't come to much. And Olympic can keep the ball moving. So going for that diagonal ball. It's going to pose a few problems, but the flag's gone up nice and early. So a bit of a reprieve here for Wainuiomata. So McForderoy just knocks it back on the turn. Chaz Lawrence with the header. And he gets it back. Look to clip. But just can't clear that line of defence. Wainuiomata come forward again. But do lose position. Josh Hinton with the header. Hooked in. But Lino's got it as out. So Olympic is looking to bring the ball forward. To Helikias. Continues to drive. No foul given. Olympic do maintain the ball.
Clipped his legs, but he definitely got the ball first. Good tackle.
Faulkner wins the ball, but it does go back to Hinton to win the challenge, win the header. From the next play, Wainuiomata get a pressure relieving set piece.
Slightly lazy pass there from the Olympic player.
I just think Olympic just need to just be patient. I think as the game goes on, they're gonna get stronger and stronger in this game.
Yep, I think Wainuiomata's going to have all the impetus in the early starts of this game.
Yeah, much like the last game that we were talking about. I think Wainuiomata will start with a lot of energy. I just don't know how long they'll be able to continue that at this stage of pre-season.
Especially with the sun coming out.
Olympic just trying to find the back post, but it's just going to roll out.
Well done, Callum.
So I wouldn't expect me to see, wouldn't surprise me to see Wainuiomata just taking their time to get these balls back into play. I think this is going to be a good test for Fozzie and his boys around where they're at. I don't think he's necessarily expecting to give this game a really good go competitively in terms of winning the match, but I think with having to reassemble a squad of players who played first team a couple of years ago but didn't last year, and a few new faces, so just give them a good idea against a good youthful Olympic side around where that development's at. So obviously Olympic having a very, very strong Central League side, but also a Cat Prem side. A lot of these players will be involved in that Cat Prem setup for Olympic as well, heading into the winter.
There.
Great touch and strike. Matt Corduroy does enough to get his body in the way. Just get a deflection out for a corner. Now send the boys back. See Chaz Lawrence playing there at the back for Olympic. Hasn't played first team full time for a couple of seasons now, but what a great person to have coming in to help support the young boys through this early pre-season phase. Good punch from the goalkeeper, just drops it to the edge of the area though. And Olympic look to go again. Just a little bit of a soft pass, just trying to get across the face. Easily cleared, but looks like they've got a hand. So just giving Olympic another set piece.
Definitely recognise a couple of these faces from Napier under-19s, the Olympic side. Getting some very useful experience here.
And of course, Olympic had such a good run in that tournament, followed by such a good crowd too. Took them all the way to the final, where it was a real battle between them and North Wellington for that trophy. Obviously, Olympic took an early lead, but just couldn't hold on to it. But Wainuiomata getting into a little bit of space in midfield. Fired the ball out wide on the left. Just slows it down a little bit, but does knock it round. We'll probably just delay it a little bit. If you get it to your young winger out there, you really want to just take a touch and try to get a delivery in.
Ball just hops over the perimeter there. You love seeing that as a player when the ball just gets just out of reach.
So I just might give you a little bit of a breather. Corduroy to take it in a stride. This looks a little give and go. Corduroy deployed in midfield. He's traditionally been a defender, so he'll certainly give that protection to that back four when it's required. Nice little touch around the corner. Ballback's gone to the edge, but all the players in green had committed into the area. Good strong challenge at the back there for Wainuiomata. Again, frees up the play to come forward through Corduroy. He's really playing as that pivot in there, trying to give him the ball a lot of as much as they can. Halakis lifts it over the bar, but the first strike from Olympic, just wide of the far post.
Plenty of interaction from the Olympic coach. Start with here. Not so much on the Wainuiomata side.
So Wainuiomata again, take the ball long. They'll look for that first win, which they get, and they win the second phase. Third one's a little bit beyond them, and Olympic can hook it into a dangerous area. Just moving across the back line. Rolls it into midfield. Uncontested ball, so he can turn and move in there. Delivery in. Good header clear. Wainuiomata ease the pressure.
Stand up, Joshy. Good.
Chaz has it again. Looks to go across. Midfielder drops in to receive. Move the ball forward again. Gets a good turn in midfield. Good movement through the thirds from Olympic. Trying to get the ball across, but comfortably picked up and put out for a corner.
Yes, I imagine they would have practiced a fair few corners in the pre-season. Nice to even against some actual defenders, which would be nice.
Olympic goes short. Gets a delivery into the near post. Unlucky there. First the defensive header just skimmed off his head. Just led to an easy chance.
Served
on
up
the 6-yard box.
On an absolute platter for the left foot there.
Can't miss from there, and Olympic go 1-0 up. To be a bit disheartening for Wainuiomata. They started pretty strong. Certainly put themselves about, and they've looked semi-dangerous on the counter-attack as well, so it'll hurt Wainuiomata a little bit to go down 1-0 early. Just got to hope they keep their focus now. Keep things tight, keep doing what they were doing. Keep themselves in this game. They don't want to leave themselves too much to chase early. Olympic would just be a nice little settler. Got themselves up, controlling the ball.
Clever, Josh. Well done, Joshy. And again, Josh, it's you again. Come on.
Dangerous ball into midfield, and Wainuiomata we do get the challenge on, but just can't maintain position, and Chaz Lawrence gets it clear. Hinton wins the first header. Coming together for the second ball, but nothing doing, so Olympic can keep moving forward with it. Great little ball through. Keeper does well to come out. Free, happy to allow play to go on here. And now we just can't get the lines cleared at this stage. 1v1 into the box. Great challenge. Still can't get it away. Now they do. Faulkner can't win the first one. But it does force him to go back.
A few hairy moments there for the Wainuiomata defence. Managed to get away scot-free.
Yeah, decent scramble. Decent scramble to win the challenge. I think they're winning the challenge was an issue. It's just getting that next phase out. Instead of just giving it back to go under more pressure.
Going 2-0 down that early would have been tough.
Olympic finding all the space to drive inside now.
And getting a lot of space at the top of the box there.
Good ball in.
Come on, ref!
Two coaches are obviously good mates. Good reaction. Just there.
Olympic is going to a phase of they're just not rushing anything. They're just wanting to keep possession of the ball.
Push him on now, Chaz.
It's dangerous when you're just trying to keep it in this area. A mistake can be costly, but we've seen already that they can get the ball into midfield and get it turned into that front third pretty quickly. Again, it's a little bit inaccurate.
Pull them in now, Jack and Toby, nice and tight.
Just cough the ball up. And Wainuiomata we can get us restarted. Again, their first pass is too easy for Wainuiomata. They're going to have to get tight. We've seen a few times now their first ball into midfield. And Olympic just got the freedom to be able to turn and play forward. It's going to be a long day if they keep allowing that sort of space. Olympic with a good drive towards the byline. Ball across, covered up by Reed Collingwood. Reed, of course, another link to that Cap Prem winning side for Wainui. It's part of that team before eventually joining Rupert at Wellington Olympic for the season. Just a little bit sloppy in position from Olympic here. This gives Wainui another opportunity. Corduroy to Hinton, and Corduroy gets it back. Looks with Faulkner up top. It's going to be a nuisance if they can get it. If they can get it at him and bring the ball down. Like this, he's going to be tough to mark. Bit of size and strength up there. Back to Corduroy. Opens the play. It's a good little period from Wainui.
Wainui in the camouflaged outfits. It'd be hard to spot out there for the defences.
Just want to make sure that for this good period they get something positive out of it. Just helps reinforce what they're doing. So Reed just gets us underway. Nice short one. Again, a lot of freedom. This is where that pass needs more pressure than that. Because a little pass around the corner that almost put Wainui in a whole heap of trouble. Again, patient build up. A little in and away to get the space. Draws the full back in and the ball over the top. See the idea. Just didn't get the connection on it that he wanted. And ball goes through. Striker knew he was offside, so he just withheld the run. So it easily goes through to the goalkeeper. And again, no rush to get this ball back in. We'll probably go long off Faulkner here. And he does. Faulkner will want to win that first header. Chaz Lawrence does well to get up over the top of him. Just turns into trouble, Halakis there.
He is a formidable attacking presence up there, isn't he?
Absolutely is. Corduroy with a good foot. But probably got away with one a little bit there. Just stepped across into Faulkner's feet. No, they're not going to shirk a challenge in there, Wainui. Wins it back well. Keeps Olympic under a bit of pressure. Until Chaz Lawrence gets it, the longer option out. Finally out for a bit of a breather on halfway for Olympic throw-in.
Yep, that was an extended period of play. And it's probably the sunniest it's been all day. And it's been quite a high energy first period in this game.
It has. And it's going to be tough for Wainui as this game goes, but they've got to keep getting in the face of Olympic. Just making sure that they knock their passing game off. Again, Olympic, happy to play with it here. Just move the Olympic side around. It's taking up a very deep position. Lawrence brings it out. The reverse ball, but Hinton wins the first header and the second.
Yep, that ball was into a bit of no man's land, really.
Kuroi's done a good job in here holding that midfield for Wainuiomata so far.
Good effort there on the far side. Couldn't quite catch up to it. Ended up sending it over the line faster than it was already travelling.
That's right. Wainuiomata certainly not taking too many touches in their back four. But they're finding good space and they're finding good areas where they have players with those quick clearances.
Again, hard for Olympic to spot the Wainuiomata players in the all green. Very similar to the pitch colour.
Good switch of play. Gets close down, but not too tightly, so he's got the freedom to come back. The ball's blocked, so Wainuiomata pick it up on the counter attack. They've got numbers moving forward. Asking for a flag, haven't seen it go yet. Cuts it back. Chaz Lawrence picks it up and gets it cleared. Good opportunity from Wainuiomata. Again, Wainuiomata quite happy to watch Olympic play with it deep in their own third. Right, the challenge. Ref waited to see there's any advantage. And none, so gets a free kick, but Olympic take it quickly. Good switch of play. There's a bit more space in a 1v1 situation.
Oh, that
which
was
he
silky.
takes. Good drive across. And a simple finish.
Very silky on the far side from number 24, Olympic. Found the space, sent a good ball in, again finding space, and just another easy tap in.
That's got to hurt if you're Wainuiomata. You've just had a good period of play.
Yep, they switched off for a moment. And they paid the price. Clinical from, you could argue, the favourites in this matchup.
Oh, definitely the favourites. Definitely the favourites. But, you know, Wainuiomata's shown a bit so far.
Yep, they certainly don't look out of place in this matchup.
But after 5 minutes of, you wouldn't say dominant, but 5 minutes of good play in the right area of the park for Wainuiomata to cough up the second straight away. That's got to hurt. So approaching the last 4 minutes now of this first period. I think Olympic will be pretty happy. Obviously they've got a 2-goal lead, and they look pretty threatening when they can get the ball forward. They're comfortable sitting in this deeper area, just maintaining the ball.
Yep, looking very calm back there.
And they're just finding space when they come forward, and they've got pace to cause real problem for this Wainuiomata side, as we see again.
Case in point, good shot taken.
Just gets him behind.
Straight into the mitts. Oh, under pressure again. Found more space. Just required a little chip over the keeper, but he's just pushed it wide. And
So just a short break here for an injury. Looks like it's Bronte just limping off. Look to hold his hamstring, so hopefully that's not too serious. Certainly not something you want to get this early in the pre-season. So Matey Taylor comes on as a replacement. Wainuiomata get us moving forward. good from Wainui. Just shifting through the numbers to get it wide. Break the first challenge. Look pretty handy down this left-hand side. He's giving away a free kick.
Wainuiomata looking to salvage something here and get on the board. 2-1 wouldn't be
Absolutely.
disappointing as
Absolutely. Hinton moves forward. Going to load up that front area. See if they can get something off the set piece just before the break. Only a couple of minutes out. Collingwood just getting himself organised, making sure his team's done. No one on the posts, just in case. You could play this like a corner. Doesn't clear the front man. And the strike goes wide.
he would have had very wide eyes when that volley was heading his way. Couldn't quite get the connection he wanted, but got a full foot on it.
Yeah, always a tough technique when it's that one that just kind of loops down, just trying to get the power and accuracy.
Holding back the excitement.
Yeah. So Collingwood gets it back underway. Chaz Lawrence will bring the ball out. Under pressure from Faulkner, but he finds Halakias. Little soft one on Halakias. He'll take it. Olympic will move forward, but of course he's going to play short again. He's looking to maintain the ball. Just finding a little bit too much space as they come forward here. And through to the goalkeeper. I just think as we're getting to the end of this first 30 minutes, as the ball goes forward, there's 3 or 4 kind of ahead of the ball for Wainuiomata, and I think if they want to stay close with Olympic, I think if they make sure everyone's back behind the ball, even in that transition, you just can't give them easy possession here. It's better set up now. We get through to the first period. Not a bad start from Wainuiomata. Put themselves about well. Looks threatening on the counter, but Olympic just the more clinical side as you'd expect. And take a fairly comfortable 2-0 lead into the first break. So look forward to these guys turning around and seeing what happens. I'd expect to be much of the same. Wainuiomata, the challenge will just be staying with Olympic and seeing if they can create a few chances. Olympic will be happy to just monopolise the ball and just seeing how many goals they can end up with. So we'll see everyone back here shortly for the second period. And welcome back to Petone Memorial Park for the second period of this match between Wellington Olympic and Wainuiomata. Wellington Olympic holding that 2-0 lead from the first period. And it was a pretty dominant first period too. Just overheard Jamie O'Connor addressing the players at the break, and they are really looking just to be patient in possession and just looking to break the opposition down. Don't want to go forward too early into the space. Want to make sure that they're keeping the ball well and really prioritising that as they move into the second period.
Yep, they really reflected the calm, collected approach from O'Connor. Team really were patient, and they did capitalise on those two chances they had.
So early free kick given against Wainui, which Olympic take. And get a nice little ball in behind. Strike is saved. Looks like there's an offside flag. So Wainui will take. Just rolling it short. Olympic get a foot in it. Can't keep it in play. Longer ball in. Faulkner again. Big target man. Holds the ball. Able to keep possession. Looks to get the second phase. No foul given. So Wainui will take the set piece out there. Restart with another throw.
Good start to the second period from Wainui.
It is a good start. It is a good start. Getting up into that attacking third. They want to just stay here now for as long as they can, as they get another throw in. They just want to impose themselves on the game. They don't just want to spend the match chasing the short, sharp passing from Olympic.
Yeah, they certainly wouldn't want to blend into the pitch.
Faulkner holds it up again. Looks for the run-up. Good delivery. Drops to the edge. Dropped a corduroy on the half volley. I think his eyes lit up a little bit too much.
I think he may have got the sports mixed up a little bit there. Trying to put one through the top of the posts.
He's put it well over. But no real risk there. Olympic good numbers back. Reed Collingwood will get us restarted. Just waiting for the short option. Takes the one centrally. No, he's able to turn it over with good pressure up high. Good strike. It's in. Back of the net.
Olympic paying the price there for mucking around at the back with it.
Yeah, just to play out a little bit inaccurate. Able to get the ball turned over. Wainui with a decent press up high. And they rolled out to the edge. It was a good strike. Just off the inside of the back post.
Just reward for having all the momentum at the start of the second period.
Good finish. Collingwood just didn't really have a chance to get over there.
Here they are with it again.
Another great ball through. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Tries to slide underneath them. But Collingwood able to save. But not clear. I'll tell you what. Goals changed the match a little bit there. Wainui really cranking up the pressure.
Well, it's gone from a good start to Wainui to a dominant start to the period with a goal and now a corner.
So close to 2-2. Only 4 minutes into the second period. It's funny how a goal changes the attitude of the two teams. Faulkner's in position now. Goes far post. Good first touch. Second touch, great. Save, Reed Collingwood again.
This is a different side we're seeing here. They are all out attack.
Matt Corder on the edge of the area. Clearly he's up to date with Cobra Kai. He's finished season 4. Again, Wainuiomata on the move forward. This couldn't be more different. As we ended the first period, Olympic were just so dominant, and it just looked to be a cruise fest. I just think Wainuiomata didn't see that way back. But then when we start the second period, they get a goal, and you can see the lift that's given them. The intensity and the attitude's all gone up. You know, pull it back to 2-1, and they've had 2 great chances to equalise. Olympics just going to have to get a hold of this game again now. Just keep possession. Get into areas like they are now as they drive to the edge. Great strike. Just gone beyond now for a goal kick.
That would have hurt for Wainuiomata. They allowed that to sneak inside the far post.
Yeah, totally. But they got away with it. Now they've got to find a way to get back into those areas and back causing problems. Oh, another soft giveaway on the play out. Something that we've seen probably in both games. I think everybody's trying to take the very positive approach of getting the ball down on the play out. But sometimes at pre-season, that's the bit that's going to be difficult.
Looks like Olympic have weathered that Wainuiomata storm.
Yeah, they'll just be looking for a period now of just maintaining the ball. If they can score another one, great. But I think they'll just be taking the sting out of it, getting their foot on the ball again. And just wearing the energy out. As I said at the outset, I don't know if this Wainuiomata side can keep such a high intensity for 90 minutes. So for Olympic, it'll just be wearing them down. Talakias on the drive. Strike from the edge. Oh, and he beats the keeper at his near post. Looks like it just bounced up and over his arm. And Olympic get their 2-goal lead back.
Well, that was short-lived for Wainuiomata. They will be disappointed with that. Such a good period of play, creating numerous chances. And just coughing up a 3rd goal to Olympic there.
Yeah, but I think with that last few minutes has shown Wainuiomata is that if they get the ball in the right area and put themselves about, they can cause problems. It's going to have to be their focus now. Not getting too caught up on scoreboard pressure. Just trying to get the ball into good areas like this. One to hit in the middle. It's a good delivery. Great. He's done well to step out and get that first contact with the header. Unfortunately, just sailed a little high.
That was lovely execution. Not far away at all. Got good power on that header too.
Yeah, it was a good check of the run to come meet the ball. He had to just come inside a little bit. But Olympic to bring us out again. Yeah, this is where the composure for Olympic can take the sting out of it a little bit. Drive inside. It's left pretty much unchecked. Another good ball forward. Finish just goes beyond the far post.
That would have been an absolute dagger.
Well, that's what Jamie was talking to his players about at the break. Was about being patient across the back, and we saw them go from the right side to the left and then drive in. But it just draws players in, and then that ball Out to the wide man on the right. Just gets him 1v1. We can cut inside. It's dangerous when he does it. Wainui win the first header. Olympic the second phase, but it does drop to Wainui. Just can't get the ball through the gap. We'll get a second opportunity. Alakias happy to come back. Chess Lawrence will look to bring it out the right side. Plenty of time. Chaz Lawrence to walk through and pick his pass. Clips a great ball down the left edge. Wainui just can't clear their lines. Just keep coughing up the pressure. Alakias will chase this down into the corner. He'll look to get something out of this. So he rolls the ball inside. What's a penalty, but not being given. Olympic will have to settle for a throw-in. So Olympic draw the foul. They're going to look to deliver. So they just rotate the ball around again. Wainui just going through a period of chasing shadows a little bit. When they do win it, they then have to get accurate on the play out. Otherwise they're going to find themselves defending for long periods of this game. They do that here. Won the ball, able to keep it. It's good from Wainui to bring it out to the left side. Alakias in position. Again, Wainui winning the challenge, but it's just finding an Olympic player. Good 1v1 defending, sends him out wide. Another free kick awarded to Olympic. Wainui supporters not too happy.
Apologies for the language coming through there.
So Olympic just making a couple of changes here. Free kick right on the side of the box. Wainui, so crucial they get to this one first. Didn't pose too many problems for the keeper. Just a nice one driven along the deck. Trying to get him behind, but Olympic will win the ball. So Matt Corduroy's been put back into right back with these changes. little bit of a surprise. He's done a good job on there screening that back four.
Rolling through the subs, the Wainui side.
Yeah, good to get a mixture of the guys out there. Changing goalkeeper as well. But in a game like this, when you don't have a lot of possession, and Olympic are tending to move it from side to side, there's a lot of defensive work. Just covering the space that is required to cut out the threat. So you can see why they're shuffling through those changes, just seeing if they can get something, some kind of reaction out of the guys that are coming onto the park. First touch from the new goalkeeper. Long clearance into touch. So just waiting for a ball to get back into play. It's great clearance back over to the touchline by the photographer on the near side. So I know he's just scrapping to get this ball out. He's given another free kick away. Don't want to keep giving Olympic set piece opportunity in and around. So whip it into the area. Gets a good little half turn. I'm not too sure what he's given here. I think he's given a penalty to Olympic there. Got a little push on the way through. So Olympic looking to extend the lead from the spot. It does as well, taking penalty.
Yep, he sent the keeper the wrong way there. That was a nice run up, well executed. Tough to take for the Wainui team. It's going to bring on a run of subs. 3 youngsters coming on here.
Yeah, the longer this game goes, the more of a training session it looks like for Olympic now. Getting the young boys out there, they are really just focusing in on that possession-based stuff.
They look
but
not
they're still
long
creating
out of school.
chances. Yeah, as we said earlier in the day, a lot of the senior boys at Olympic have played a lot of football in the last 12 months. So you'd imagine that they're going to get an extended break through this pre-season and just get the fitness work. We can see Nathaniel down with his little one, just watching his team play. But the likes of Justin Gully, Ben Mata, there's going to be a lot of players coming into this Olympic group. So this is a good learning experience for the young boys. Bring it back for an Olympic throw. Wainuiomata calling for the ball and getting it from the officials.
There are a few extras joining in that chorus as well.
Well, it's trying to get out deep here, looking for the longer length, but again, just cut out from Olympic. They're just finding it hard to get out now, Wainuiomata. Now they get the ball moving forward into the right area. Good scrap from Faulkner. to get back in front of his man. Just can't. I was going to say can't retain the ball, but he's got a lucky little ricochet.
Yep, that was good tenacity.
Olympic just cruising forward with it, but turn it over. Just trying to slip that pass a little bit too late. Why not we get the set piece? Take it quickly into the box, but comfortably cleared, but only as far as Faulkner. Faulkner cuts inside well, lays it across. They'll get themselves a corner. So a rare set piece for Wainuiomata now.
Let's see if they can capitalise. Well, they can't.
No, and if you could hear the groan through the microphone of Coach Mark Foster,
Yep, that was
there's nothing more infuriating than seeing your set piece not clear the front post of the front man.
waiting quite a while for an opportunity and absolutely falling over.
No flag, so play continues. Delivery to the back post, just over the head. Probably misjudged the flight a little bit. He didn't seem to have to get that high off the ground to make contact.
Getting quite a bit animated on the sideline. I think a bit of frustration settling in there.
Just going back to that set piece for Wainuiomata, it's so frustrating for the staff. You don't know how many chances you're going to create when you've got an Olympic side playing well against you. So when you do get those opportunities, you've really got to make the most of it and put it into a good area. They've got another set piece. I don't think this is going to be close enough to get in, although Faulkner wants to get on the receiving end of it. No one's picking him up yet.
Does have the wind with him. Again, the execution is poor.
Yeah, Corduroy makes amends, wins it back and steps forward. Links up with his opposite fullback. Drives into space, but good defending to shepherd him out.
Yep,
And Olympic get the ball. So Reed Collingwood gets a tricky ball back, but he does well with it. Maintains the ball, but into a tight area, so it gets turned over. Wainuiomata will get the ball from the sideline. But Chaz Lawrence wins the header. And gets a free kick.
Thought it would have taken a bit more for him to tumble over, but he seemed to have just gone down relatively easily. Won his team a free kick.
Well, we saw the last two set pieces kind of fall short. Want to get a delivery right here. This is a good location.
Yep. Handy position.
Just want to just hang it in that back post and hopefully someone gets a touch, and if they don't, just drift it in.
Yep. Just try and get it just past the keeper.
See what he's trying to do.
Just got a little bit too much elevation there.
Yeah, he's just trying to whip it over the top of the wall and get it at that near post. The line was never on track. It was kind of just over the last man. More in the centre of the goal. So even if he kept it down, it was going to be an easy take.
We saw a free kick from a similar position in the previous game.
Yeah, we did.
That same line, but he just got it just below the crossbar.
We did. And when we saw it was hard to pick up and straight into the back of the net.
That is a striking goalkeeper's outfit.
We've seen a few of those today. Fluor yellow, I should say, seems to be the goalkeeper's choice for 2022. It's gone all the way through. Olympic bring the ball down, hook it into a channel. Safety first. So Olympic get us moving forward again. Just gets a repeat of the throw-in. I know just hanging tough at the moment. We want to get it back to the break without any more damage being done.
Yeah, just under 5 minutes to go now.
Get themselves a goal kick so they'll relieve some of the pressure. Well, the last 5, they've good account of themselves. They've got some set piece. They've pretty much camped the ball down there, made it really hard for Olympic to get back out. It might not be the bad idea. Just trying to play field position for a little bit. Tries to get himself a goal kick off the rebound, but a little bit player jumps out the way and gets himself a throw in. This is what we're talking about. Turn this into more of a training exercise. Getting the ball from the throw in high up the park. Just happy to come back, recycle it. The idea was to aggressively go down and attack down that left, but just the pass just got away from them a little bit, so they turn it over. This is where Wainuiomata have either got to be dangerous or at worst just make it very difficult for Olympic to play out, because they're not going to try to go over the top and take that space too frequently. So if they're going to play on the deck, can you swap the numbers? Can you make it tight for them to be able to play out? We've seen when they can do that, they've caused problems. That's where they've got their set piece and their goals from. But here, that's where it's just too easy to get the drive forward. The overlap's coming. Just under hit. There was a great opportunity there. Yeah.
I think if he fell there.
Crowd baying for it. I think the ref was always at it.
I think if the player fell there, there might have been a slightly more severe result from the referee.
Potentially. Tried to play the advantage, but as soon as he saw that it was going no further, did the right thing and came back. Good step out, wins another set piece. Taking their time. So they'll get the numbers up into the box. Try to cause a problem here off the second phase ball. Delivery to Fortnite, probably rather fortunate to get that through. Olympic just cruising through the gears now. They have got a man over left, which they use. But touch lets him down and it just rolls out. I think I overheard Mark Foster say he was going to put himself on set pieces next. Which wouldn't surprise me. Mark Foster used to take a decent set piece in his day.
Much like yourself, Chris.
Wainuiomata bring the ball forward. Interplay into these wide areas has been pretty good from Wainuiomata today. Just that last phase, just getting them away from them a little bit. And Collingwood, unsurprisingly, just catches and rolls to get us back underway. That brings us to the end of the second period. 2 goals in each for Wellington Olympic to give themselves 4. Wainuiomata got themselves right back into it at the start of that second one, bringing it back to 2-1. Then had 2 great chances to equalise before we saw Olympic kind of steam away the latter half of that period. But the groups will have another 7 minutes or so of a break to get themselves together. I mean, I don't think a lot will change. I don't think there's a lot tactically that's going to happen between these 2 periods. I think Olympic are just going to press on doing what they're doing. It seems to be going well for them. Wainuiomata just have to hang in there and just keep in the fight as much as they can. It's the only way they're going to stop conceding any more and potentially getting 1 or 2 back. So it'll be interesting to see what that third period looks like.
Yes, well indeed. I'll join you in a few minutes' time. These referees not seeing any point in adding any injury time to either of these periods. It's warm. It's Sunday evening. I'll join you back here in a few minutes' time.
And welcome back to the third and final period of this match.
Thank you, Chris. Lovely afternoon here in Petone Memorial Park.
Yeah, it's turned into a cracker of a day. A couple of great games of football to cover. Obviously, in the earlier game at 2:30, we saw North Wellington go down to Tawa in quite a surprise.
Tawa really played well.
They did. They did. And today, not really seeing much of a surprise. Olympic comfortably up 4-1 in this. 4-1, they've just been clinical with their chances. I think Wainuiomata spent first 10 minutes of that last period in a great spell where they could have easily been level, if not ahead. So I think the scoreline may be a little bit unfair to them. But like we said just before the break, I'm not expecting a huge amount of change in approach from either team heading into this final period. I think Wainuiomata are going to put themselves about, as we're seeing right now, as they get the ball forward. Good delivery, Reed Collingwood picks it up. I just think they're going to put themselves about, which is what you'd expect out of this Wainuiomata side. They've got some quality in there. They can certainly play, but it's just going to be attitude just to stay with this Olympic side. Olympic are just going to default back into their keep the ball and be patient phase again, as we're seeing right now. So not a huge amount going to change. It's just going to be, can Wainuiomata impose themselves enough to create a few chances and get themselves back in this game. Getting a little free kick there. Fozzie won't mind that too much. That's just someone being over eager to come and win the ball, and that's kind of what you're looking for in this scenario. I'd love to see how many touches Chaz Lawrence has had on the ball today. But he just seems to be on it, and every single time Olympic bring the ball out.
Good start from Wainuiomata.
A great start from Fozzie. He's put his first touch even wider. I think he was trying to get it back to the Olympic player, but maybe he won't put himself back on set piece.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Chris. Perhaps he'll second guess this time.
Here we go, Olympic again, very comfortable playing out through the back.
That's how they leaked the first goal. Being complacent at the back.
Yeah,
Almost
certainly.
getting themselves into trouble again.
Yeah, I think Reid got a little bit more under pressure than he was comfortable with, but he did enough to keep shuffling it along. And again, playing short. And Miramar win that first ball when Olympic go long. Olympic on the break. Gets him for a free kick.
Oh, 50-50 call there.
Yeah, I think he might have got a touch on the ball, but I don't know whether he says he got more on the man. It's one of those ones, could have gone either way, and there would have been half the crowd annoyed, half not.
The Olympic crowd has been very quiet today. Of course, restrictions on numbers here, naturally, in this current environment.
Flag goes up. Olympic just straying offside a little. Give Wainuiomata the chance just to have a breather, get set up. See Adam Faulkner's having a breather this period. They'll miss that target up front. I think he did a good job up there. It's really that focal point for the attack, and for a big strong guy, can bring the ball down, but he's good at his feet. Linked up the play well. Not a great first header, but no second line, so Olympic can bring it away under little pressure. This is a good start for Wainuiomata, winning their tackles, starting to find feet on the deck.
Both teams showing a little bit of depth. Standard certainly hasn't dropped. Reserves coming on both sides, utilising those rolling subs to really give everyone a good go.
Corduroy takes a knock as he gets it through. He's had a strong game too, playing right back now, but he spent much of the first period and a bit playing in the 6, where he did a good job. Good delivery to the back post. Flag's gone up.
That was a wonderful opportunity.
It was. And I think Foz has got to be happy, you know. Like, yes, he's 4-1 down, and that's not going to be great, but they're still continuing to create, and they're still being positive here. The risk is when you concede 4 in the first 60 minutes that the heads drop, but we haven't seen any of that from Wainuiomata.
That was a great tackle. Good commitment. Got the ball. See if they can make the most of this possession.
Right, Alex. Was a good challenge. It's just that attitude, you know. Side that's 4-1 down, and you're still going to put body on the line and slide in to win that 50-50. I think there's good signs. Good signs for this Wainuiomata rebuild.
So, still a lot to be learnt out here. The Wainuiomata team, even though they're 4-1 down. Well, this season is a time for building that cohesion.
Yeah, well, there's a huge amount to be learned from this group, because last year the Wainuiomata side in the Central League was essentially a feeder club for the Ole Academy, and they came over and took over the whole program and basically populated the whole team. As the ball goes out, but there's another flag, so it's a bit offside. So yeah, Ole essentially took over the whole team. And then through the summer, that obviously, that partnership ceased to be. So they found themselves having to go and source a coach and a whole squad of players to come back in and compete at Cat Prem level, which isn't going to be easy. So I think they've made a good appointment with Fozzie. I think he's fairly well connected, and he's been in the game a long time, having coached at Petone and Upper Hutt. So I think he'll come in here and rebuild with what was kind of there before Ole and what's new. So I think this is a good starting point for him.
It certainly sounded like a challenging scenario, and I think they've done very well in the amount of time they've had to put together a squad, and like you say, a coaching staff, support staff. They are looking very, very good indeed.
Olympic bring us forward again. Nice little slip in behind.
Stand up, stand up.
And Wainuiomata just doing enough. Get themselves a goal kick. And substitution be made by Olympic. But yeah, going back to the big changes with Wainuiomata, what you have got at Wainuiomata is the bones of a great community club, and they've always been well supported. And so being able to get that club back to being true Wainuiomata, I think you've seen a few of the old boys that won the league 2 years ago come back in and start playing first team again, and I think that club will be pretty tight-knit, and they'll get back to being pretty powerful again pretty soon. So Wainuiomata need to make a change here too. give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's an injury and not cramp. As we approach 70 minutes.
"70 minutes in a pre-season game. I'm not surprised someone's gone down."
Looks like a lower back issue.
Must be doing too much heavy lifting during the week.
It's Matt Corduroy having played centre midfield and then into right back. It's going back into midfield. Nice to have someone that versatile out there. And after a lengthy break, Olympic will get us back underway.
We might see our first bit of injury time this period, Chris.
We may do.
Although with the sun still out, the referee's probably having plans after the game. I can't see that happening.
Ref happy to play advantage there, I would suspect. So Olympic continue to be comfortable holding the ball on these deeper areas. And keep it again. Interesting tactic. Being so comfortable, so deep. I get it on the play out, but they continue to move the ball into those deep areas. It'll be interesting to see how they adapt that change as they get further through this tournament. That's a wonderful ball out the right-hand side. Could be a fifth coming up here. But well cleaned up by Wainui. Give away throw-in. Yeah, as they get through the other Central League clubs through this tournament and other pre-season games and into the season, be interesting if they take that same approach of being so deep. Because against a side who can organise a press, a very organised press over a long period of time, playing that deep can cause problems. But, I mean, it cost them the first goal today, but other than that, they've done it pretty safely. Good first head up. Just to the expense of another throw-in. Why not we get us moving forward. A couple of ricochets in there. Why not we get it back again. Bit of a lull so far in this match. In the last couple of minutes or so, we've generally seen pretty action-packed minutes, and I know we've had the periods and Olympics look dangerous, but the last kind of 5 minutes or so, it's just been a little bit quiet. I don't think either team's in a massive hurry to get the game going. As we fast approaching the last 15 minutes. Wainui able to win that first ball. Start to bring the ball out. But some good drives out of that left-hand side for Wainui. It's been a feature of their game so far. As we see it again. They want to get numbers in the box here and get a delivery in. They get the delivery. No one at the back stick.
No one on the end of it, but that one almost snuck inside the back post. Like it was tighter to the goal line than perhaps the keeper thought.
Yeah, it's a lot of promising movement. That left side's looked dangerous for Wainui. Great defensive work back.
Oh, that is a couple of great desperate tackles.
Yeah, that's what you'd expect in midfield.
Didn't come away with it, but that's the sort of pressure and intensity that Wainui's brought this entire game.
that was asking a lot. Olympic on the move forward again. Just a little bit inaccurate as they get into that front third. Because as they come through midfield, there's either a lot of pressure on or there's very little pressure on. It's all or nothing really from Wainui. So even when there's not much pressure and they can get the turn and move forward, just that final third pass, and especially this period, it's just getting away from Olympic a little bit. They seem to be more focused on this area of the park. Again, bring us forward. The clip over the top, easily through to the goalkeeper. Just a miscontrol allows the ball to roll out of play. But we see the return of Faulkner coming on. We said we'd miss his presence, and I think they have. I think it's a good move to get him back out there for the last 15 minutes.
Wish I got a reception like that when I came off the park.
Olympic on the drive. Flag's gone up. Don't know whether he's got him for offside or a little foul on the way through. I'd say it'll be offside. Either way, well, I know we get a pressure relieving free kick deep in their own half. Yeah, I don't think they're looking to play this one short. Still going to get forward so they can trade off the second phase. Been pretty good in that area today, but ball just floats into an uncontested header for Olympic. It's not what they want to see. Chaz Lawrence yet again with it at his feet. And again, just every time it recycles, get a little bit deeper. That's a great little turn and play.
Yep, that just brings the Wainui defensive line forward, which just creates a lot of space in behind them. That's why you see them with a lot of time on the ball.
Yeah,
they do get past that defensive line.
And if you get that middle phase right, it means that it gives good justification for playing the ball deep. But you've got to get that right. If you can't get that ball out, the continual phase in that defensive third could pose a risk against, with all due respect, a slightly better side. Well, no, that's a nice little ball.
Lovely ball. Ooh. He has done very, very well there to draw a save from the keeper. That must have been just shy of the baseline.
It was interesting. The angle that it attacked Reid. But Reid did well, just patted it down, got it on the second grab, and all the danger averted.
Apologies for my basketball reference there. It is not the baseline, it's the goal line.
It's not the goal line, it's the byline.
Apologies again. Number 8 for Olympic out there has a lace undone. There's an accident waiting to happen.
So Collingwood plays from the edges area, gets Olympic free, but they do cough it up in the middle of the park. He's playing the advantage.
Bit of ferocity there from the big man has led to a knee-jerk reaction which brought about some friendly fire.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if he was aware that he was actually playing the advantage. He was about to come back for the free kick when no advantage occurred. But he's got the free kick.
He's really come back on and thrown his weight around, so to say.
Set piece from Wainui. Need a good delivery here. Get one to the back post. Good header. Great goal.
Wow.
Offside. Hard luck. Hard luck. It was a great delivery. Great delivery, great header. Just looping back up and over. Must have just taken an early run.
Tough to see in the replay there. If you're watching on YouTube, you will be able to rewind the live feed to the point in which the free kick was taken.
It was tight.
You judge yourself.
It appeared tight. I think that's the diplomatic approach. Olympic just comfortable moving forward. Skip through the first challenge, not through the second. That was an all or nothing challenge. Didn't get the ball, but the man wasn't going either. So we just give a Olympic free kick, fairly central. Decent distance out though. So they just look to maintain the ball. Now they look for the delivery in.
It was a good ball.
Well, it's just lost the first challenge and then easily hooked clear. It's been to the last 10 minutes of this match. Still no change to the score that we saw at the end of the second period. Olympic 4, Wainuiomata 1.
It's reflective of this period, I think. I think even Wainuiomata probably on top, ever so slightly, in my opinion. Their intensity has been much higher.
Yeah, we've seen them put themselves about more, happier in the challenge. Had a couple of decent half chances and then put one in the back of the net that was offside and it was pretty tight. Flag's gone up again. So he must be flirting with that last line coming back. But Olympic not mucking about, getting us back underway. Ball's got to come back. Olympic continue to build. Continue to be patient. Got away with a dodgy little touch there, but stayed in his stride. They do cough it up. As do Wainuiomata. Olympic just need to put their foot in it again. Just runs out of turf, runs the ball into the touchline. So Wainuiomata will get us restarted.
All the way from the back. Can they show a bit more brilliance in these dying stages of what has been a relatively entertaining match?
Yeah, well, you look, they conceded 4 times. They could have scored another 2, and then they've had that one tight one ruled out for offside. So they've created enough chances against this Olympic side.
Oh, that was touch and go, that pass back to the keeper there. He's got away with it, but it's probably a little bit closer than the keeper would have liked. He raised his hand and gave a meaningful apology.
It's Josh Hinton. It's going to come on and replace Matt Corduroy. Matt's done a good job. Done a good job when he's been playing right back on midfield. He'll be pretty happy with his day's work. Like the attitude in Wainuiomata, they're just driving forward. They just want to create one or two more chances in the time they've got left. Olympic found a bit of freedom inside the area. Can they get the finish on?
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
Not sure how that went in there. It might have been off one of the Wainuiomata players, which is unfortunate.
Olympic do pick up their first goal of this third period after scoring 2 in each of the first 2. Just a little over 5.5 minutes to go, plus whatever the refs add on. Sure, that's not going to deter Wainuiomata now. They're still going to bring the same attitude and drive to try to get something else in this game.
Looks like so is Olympic.
Another good little ball. Just finding space. Finding too much space in that penalty area. Great challenge though. And he rides one himself on his way out. Just try to link up down that left side. Just left the pass a little short. Allowed Chaz Lawrence to come in and take it away and restart this phase for Olympic. Wainuiomata, decent press. Olympic composed enough in position to be able to pass their way out of it. Get out the other side. They're just comfortable to see this game out in position if they can. The challenge just rolls through to the Wainuiomata goalkeeper. Again, not in a huge rush. We'll take it long. Well retained from Wainuiomata.
Is this the opportunity they've been looking for?
Hilton works hard to find the ball down the line. Just can't keep it to feet.
Almost under 3 minutes to go. Like I said before, Chris, I can't see the referees giving much extra time here.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's too much value in it. Game's done. Both teams have got a good hit out of what they're trying to achieve. Ball just dropped short to Faulkner.
Playing with fire at the back again.
I think Faulkner would want that one back.
There's holding your defensive line deep, and then there's what just happened there.
Well, that's always the risk if you're inaccurate with the passes.
Oh, that was a great tackle.
But what we've seen in some of these counter-attacks is when they do start so deep, they get the Wainuiomata team pushing on. And it gives them that space in behind to be able to work the ball through. So it's created them some opportunities, but it's a fine balance. Requirement for accuracy to be high. So Collingwood, comfortable with his feet, gets the ball rolling out. Couple of minutes left there. Olympic just happy to keep it if they can. Ref happy to let that play. Just saying they are both as guilty as each other of committing a foul, so just thought he'd balance it all out. Let play go on. Wainuiomata got themselves a late corner.
Be lovely to see a Wainuiomata goal here.
I think they deserve it for the effort they put in. Goes short. Just kind of a surprise. Now the delivery in. Just changes the angle a bit. Collingwood, good strong take. Good strong take there from Collingwood at his near post. Gives Olympic the freedom to come forward. And the ref's called it.
As suspected.
Not much time added on at all.
Must have a reservation.
But look, interesting game. Interesting game. We knew it was going to be tough for Wainuiomata with a new side, but I think they put themselves about very, very, very well. And I think the score, Olympic dominated the ball, but the score might be a little bit flattering. I thought from the chances they created, they were worth at least another one, just to close the gap at least. Yep. So, interesting game, interesting first hit up for Cello support here at Hilton Petone. We've enjoyed bringing today's games. Keep an eye out for future games that we'll be bringing across this tournament and into the winter season, of course. So, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Alex, for joining me, and we look forward to bringing you more games soon.